at 7 o'clock, let's call this meeting in order. Everyone please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please. Here. Present.
Pat?
Here.
Wachowski?
Here.
Hunt?
Here.
Buckhalter?
Here.
Spears?
Here.
Teeling? Quorum is established.
Here.
Do we have any amendment to tonight's agenda? No amendments, no presentations. We did have one public hearing, but petitioner asked to withdraw that public hearing. There's no public hearing tonight. Do we have any citizen comments on items that are on the agenda this evening? Okay, hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Roosevelt?
Aye.
Wachowski?
Aye.
Spears?
Aye.
Hunt?
Aye.
Buckhalter?
Aye.
Coe?
Aye.
Teeling?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting from March 26, 2013 as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions, corrections on the minutes? All in favor of approval?
Aye.
Opposed? Bills for payment this month, $724,546.01. Okay, on the mayor's report, I do have a couple of proclamations that I would like to read. The first is for Motorcycle Awareness Month. Whereas safety is the highest priority to the highways and streets of our city and state, and whereas the great state of Illinois is proud to be a national leader in motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, and whereas motorcycles are common and economical means of transportation that reduces fuel consumption and road wear and contributes in a significant way to the relief of traffic and parking congestion. And whereas it is especially meaningful that citizens of our city and state be aware of motorcycles on the roadways and recognize the importance of motorcycle safety. Whereas members of ABATE of Illinois, a brotherhood aimed toward education, continually promote motorcycle safety education and awareness in high school drivers' education programs and to the general public in our city and state, presenting motorcycle awareness programs to over 100,000 participants in Illinois over the past 5 years. Now therefore, I, Gary J. Glinsky, Mayor of the United City of Yorkville and the great state of Illinois, in recognition of the 26th anniversary of the efforts of ABATE of Illinois, Inc., and the over 615,000 registered motorcyclists statewide, and in recognition of the continued role Illinois serves as a leader in the motorcycle safety, education, and awareness, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2013 as Motorcycle Awareness Month in the United City of Yorkville, and urge all motorists to join in an effort to improve safety and awareness on our roadways. We're seeing that we do have a couple of motorcycles in our own police force fleet. It's nice to remind everybody of that. Motorcycles are hard to see sometimes, so be careful out there. Next, I have a proclamation for Poppy Days for the American Legion. Whereas America is a land of freedom, preserved and protected willingly and freely by citizen soldiers. Whereas millions who have answered the call to arms have died on the field of battle. Whereas a nation of peace must be reminded of the price of war and the debt owed to those who have died in war. Whereas the red poppy has been designated as a symbol of sacrifice of lives in all wars. Whereas the American Legion Post 489 and American Legion Auxiliary Unit 489 have pledged to remind America annually of this debt through the distribution of the memorial flower, so that May 17th, 18th, and 19th, 2013 may serve as Poppy Awareness Days. Therefore, I, Gary J. Glinsky, Mayor of the United City of Yorkville, do hereby proclaim Poppy Awareness Days in the United City of Yorkville and request all citizens to observe these days by wearing a poppy that makes contributions for this worthy cause. Dated this 23rd day of April, 2013 AD. Do we have anyone from the Legion here tonight. We're going to present you with this proclamation, and we're going to come up and want to say anything about property days.
I just want to thank you very much for reading that on behalf of the auxiliary and the American Legion. And we would like you to wear this. If I don't pin you, we'd be really lucky. That's okay.
That's all right.
Oh, no. Oh, that's pretty good. And not even a
If you're out there, regarding the
Yes.
copies, please
Please
donate
donate.
generously.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on here. Next is ICC agreement for railroad improvements on Kennedy and Mill Roads. I entertain a motion to approve the Illinois Commerce Commission stipulated agreement 1704 executed by commission staff on January 7th, 2013 concerning the renewal of the BNSF Railway Company highway rail crossing services at Mill Road in Yorkville and Kennedy Road in Yorkville, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved. Second.
Comments or questions on this one? As I understand it, we have no obligation to do anything under the agreement except come up with a detour map. Just kind of tells us that they are going to be closing some roads.
And those tracks desperately needed.
Yes.
You've gone over those tracks, they're like, it's a good thing.
So no comments or questions, roll call please.
Colosimo.
Aye.
Montalzer.
Aye.
Wilczewski.
Aye.
Teeling.
Aye.
Koch.
Aye.
Pat.
Aye.
Munt.
Aye.
Spears.
Aye.
Okay, next is benefit insurance program renewal. Entertain a motion to authorize staff to cancel the contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield for dental insurance and approve a contract with Guardian for dental insurance effective May 1st, 2013.
Second.
Comments or questions on this one?
Mayor, that's for dental and life, correct? You just said dental. Just for the
My
record.
motion just says dental.
You've already authorized Guardian to provide life
Oh,
insurance.
we already
So
did.
it's just, it kind of got drawn into the conversation for the memo.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
This does not reduce any benefit.
No, it's actually the exact same benefit program that Blue Cross provides for our dental program, and it's $15,000 cheaper.
Anyone else? Roll call please.
Montalzer.
Aye.
Wilczewski.
Aye.
Teeling.
Aye.
Koch.
Aye.
Pat.
Aye.
Munt.
Aye.
Spears.
Aye.
Colosimo.
Aye.
Okay, next we have a couple of library bond ordinances. Motions are rather long tonight. So I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance authorizing and providing for the issuance of an aggregate $6,755,000 general obligation library refunding bond, Series 2013, by and for the United City of Yorkville, Kendall County, Illinois, and providing for the levy and collection of a direct annual tax for the payment of the principal and of the interest on said bonds, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
the actual amount to be issued is $6,625,000.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded.
Sure, absolutely.
Rob is passing out bond ordinance. As my cover memo explained to you, when you approved the hiring of Bernardi to market the securities, they started marketing the securities with the review by Spear Financial. Brenda Houston is here as representing Spear Financial. They've gone out, they've marketed what we distributed to you in your packet, all of the documents that are part of this closing. What was missing was the actual interest rate in the date of maturity, with the understanding that that was being marketed. The final sale occurred, I believe, about noon today. And so, as is the custom with a general obligation bond, what we are presenting to you are the interest rates and the maturity rates. And if you look at the bond ordinance just distributed to you, you will see the interest rates and the maturity dates, running from 2%, 3%, and then the bonds due in 2024 being at 4%. This is the custom and the practice is you would issue a general obligation bond. This is so that you have the documentation to review the actual numbers, don't come in until the night of sale. The plan would be that the closing occurs on May 9th, at which time the new bonds will be escrowed to pay the old bonds. Bart, if you'd like to address the savings by doing this refunding of the old bonds.
The final number ended up being about $36,000 per year. So originally we had communicated that it would be, we thought it would be 50, and then that turned into about $40,000 per year in the final number, just because of, you know, the market that was out there for the bonds, and the trending interest rate ended up being about $36,000. So it's still an overall savings compared to the current bond of about $400,000. So again, it is still a savings, obviously, which will result in a direct hit to the property taxes in the next couple of years.
The annual tax levy will be reduced by $36,000, so there is money in our resident pockets.
Yes, sir.
Bart, do you think about obviously refinancing the bonds, obviously this is savings, is this going to help or hinder our goal to get our bond rating back up?
I think ultimately it'll help because the bond companies, one of the components or questions they ask in our meetings is, what are property tax rates, how is the overall economy in the area. So this will result in a property tax rate reduction related to this bond, so that obviously helps the city's overall financial position.
And then I see that in 2022 and 2023 there's no payment, and then there's a balloon payment in 2024. Was that done, and I understand the future councils will make that decision, but I mean, was that done with an eye towards refinancing or an eye towards, we're going to put $700,000 away each of those 3 years and then pay the balloon payment?
I'm going to defer to the finance director and our financial advisor on that,
Actually, it's not a balloon payment. What he did was he just summed up the amount of maturity due in 2022, 23, and 24, because they're all at 4% interest. So actually, I can give you those individual amounts.
So there is a payment in 2022?
And 2023, correct.
And 2024, okay. So why did they do it this way?
That's just the way bond council did it, Kathy.
It was because the ultimate, there's a little flexibility there on that final maturity date. We will make annual payments.
Okay, so we won't look at 2 years and be
Correct.
stuck with a
Correct.
huge payment?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Cobb.
Aye.
Muns.
Aye.
Spears. Aye. Colosimo.
Aye.
Montalto.
Aye.
Machuski.
Aye.
Teeling.
Aye.
Cook.
Aye.
Okay, and the second one is, I'll entertain a motion to approve an ordinance abating taxes levied by an ordinance adopted by the City Council of the United City of Yorkville, Kendall County, Illinois, providing for the issuance of general obligation library bonds, series 2005B of the city, and providing for the levy and collection of a direct annual tax for the payment of the principal of and interest on said bonds, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
It shouldn't say library bonds, it should say, an ordinance providing for the issuance United City of Yorkville, Illinois Special Service Area Number 2003-100, Special Tax Refunding Bond Series 2013.
That's next one, they have two on here for library bonds. And
Oh, the date.
rate
I'm sorry.
treatment, yes. So you gotta make this one first,
Okay.
right?
We abate the old
Right.
levy. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
So the motion is read as correct. We are abating the old bond. Right?
I made Kathy reread it.
Anyway,
Second.
second. Comments or questions on this one? Roll call, please.
Munns?
Aye.
Spears?
Aye.
Delosino?
Aye.
Funkelsser?
Aye.
Machuski?
Aye.
Teeling?
Aye.
Coe?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye. All right, now on to the Raintree Village one. I'll entertain a motion to approve the ordinance providing for issuance of United City of Yorkville, Kendall County, Illinois Special Service Area Number 2003-100 Special Tax Refunding Bonds, Series 2013 Raintree Village Project, and authorize the mayor and city clerk to execute.
So moved.
Second.
So this one is going to provide relief for Raintree Village residents in the form of about $180 per year on the SSAs. So that's something.
For those of you who don't remember my sandwich analogy, the sandwich just became cheaper.
Comments or questions on this one? Roll call, please.
Coe?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
Munns?
Aye.
Spears?
Aye.
Delosino?
Aye.
Funkelsser?
Aye.
Machuski?
Aye.
Teeling?
Aye.
Okay, on the Public Works Committee report, now I'll turn that over to our Public Works Committee Chairman.
Okay, I'd like to entertain a motion to authorize staff to purchase a new tractor from Duquesne Equipment Company in the amount not to exceed $40,000 and to purchase a new mower from Union Hill Sales and Service in the amount not to exceed $12,000.
Make a motion.
Second.
Comments or questions on this? Roll call, please.
Spears?
Aye.
Delosino?
Aye.
Funkelsser?
Aye.
Machuski?
Aye.
Teeling?
Aye.
Coe?
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
Munns?
Moving on to Economic Development Committee report, I'll turn it over to our Economic Development Committee Chairperson.
I didn't see an ordinance on here.
There's informational only, so, yeah. This was discussed at the committee level?
Yeah, the committee did endorse the concept of the land swap in general. They had asked that we not move forward with it until Bank of America, and if Bank of America formally takes title to the Kendall Marketplace property, which is fine. Just before we spend any money on an Alta survey, even though it's within my authority to spend the money, I would ask you to do kind of a straw poll on whether you endorse the concept of the land swap in general. So one of the things that was asked at the City Council, or the Economic Development Committee meeting, was what the settlement agreement had on the parcel that the city currently owns. And so Kathy's provided a brief memo in your packet. It basically says, the surrounding property owners have agreed not to object to a specific use on that property in the future, which would be multifamily residential, and then after that it's silent. So by our own zoning ordinances, it could be a different zoning district. They actually have some underlying entitlements in the business district because of the entire PUD for the property. That just means that the surrounding property owners have the right to object if they choose. So again, that entire conversation is really for the receiving property owner, so it'd be the buyer in this case. They're aware of it, they know that it's there. They're going to be, in turn, if they take title to the entire property, selling to somebody else who's going to develop it. So, their position to us was that they're aware of the settlement agreement, they don't necessarily see a problem with it going forward, and they're happy, obviously, to entertain the land swap.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win-win. I mean, it was talked about years ago, so. Any other comments or questions? So, yes, sir.
Just for clarification, the site we own now, we wouldn't be able to build on anyways.
Correct.
Police department. So at some point, we have to make some kind of a move here to obtain a piece of land where we could build a PD. So to me, I guess it makes sense. As long as our police department's on board with the location. Chief, is there any issue being that far off the main road or anything?
And Beecher Road is going to be a major thoroughfare.
It's about a half mile to a mile west of the existing, the existing proposed location. And so I know in all of our siting discussions in the past, that's been acceptable to the police department. So it's more at this point of just getting a piece of property that they could call, the home of a future police station that doesn't have obligations on it.
I know the Rob Boy was very excited about Yorkville, so I knew they may develop sooner rather than later. I think it's a good spot for a police station in the future. I mean, having commercial use up there, I think it's a good spot up there. Yes, sir.
I think the only trepidation we had on economic development was that we were asked to spend, how much was it, $3,000? $3,000 on a survey, and one of the parties had not yet taken ownership of the property. So it was my suggestion that we wait until all three parties have ownership of the property to actually do the transaction. Because if we spend the $3,000 on a survey, as far as for closing, they're only good for so long. So if we get outside of that window and they had a company require us to do a new survey, we're just repeating cost, repeating effort, while we're waiting for the other side to actually take possession. So my position on economic development was, that's fine, I don't mind doing the land swap, but before we put out any money, let's wait till all parties actually have ownership of the property, and then we close. That was the only delay that I was asking for.
And that is the plan, right?
Yeah, I think that's a fine idea.
Yeah.
And Bank of America has actually already authorized their leg of it, so they're actually going to contract with their own engineers to do the Alta survey on it. So that's how confident they are, even though they don't necessarily own the property.
Okay. All right, so no objections, move forward with it? All right, then. No public safety, no admin, no, anything from park board? No? Planning commissioner, DBA, nothing? No city council report, city clerk's report? No city treasurer's report, any community and liaison reports? I'm having dinner tomorrow with, House Minority Leader Tom Cross. If there's anything anybody wants me to bring up, let me know. I was going to discuss Route 47 on there. That's on the topic I had in mind. Anything else, let me know. Oh, yes, we can do that on additional business. Yes, sir.
When you're meeting with Mr. Cross, can you see if there any with the status with the flooding issues with the state and stuff?
Yeah, have you had any contact with anyone, Bert, as far as state? I mean, I know they declared Kendall as one of the disaster areas.
Yeah.
But what does that mean as far as any federal aid or state aid or?
The existing disaster declaration for the state basically means that the state is allowed to forego its usual procurement rules to assist us if we have any emergency situations. So it also allows the county then to utilize state assistance. So if we had people trapped in their homes or there were major cleanup efforts or rebuilding or demolition efforts, the county and the state would be able to work together much more easily under these disaster rules. And the county would be authorized to use state resources to pursue demolition and cleanup. So it has helped the county in some of their cleanup efforts. For us, we're just kind of waiting for the federal disaster declaration. And if and when that comes, they'll make a determination, after that, whether our local damage even applies for reimbursement in the future. So I sent out an email yesterday, but for anybody that has damage, keep as many photos, logs, lists of information that you have, what happened, when it happened, and that will help you not only with your insurance claim, obviously, but also in getting potential future federal reimbursement. So, it sounds like from talking to people that it doesn't seem very likely in this case, unfortunately, but all we can do is prepare for it and hope it comes.
Did you contact Red Cross or Salvation Army because they're giving out cleanup kits?
The Kendall County Emergency Management Administrator had contacted us and had said that Red Cross had donated all the kits to the county and that we're going to be getting probably 20 or 30, maybe at our public works facility. So people can still go to the county and get them. They can also contact us, I believe, after tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And when we're on the subject, my neighborhood got hit pretty bad, and I just want to say that I thought Public Works did an excellent job. I had firsthand observation, and I talked to several of our guys that were out there, and I thought they handled things very well, considering it was a tough situation. And I just want Eric to know that you got some good people. I'm real proud to see that how they responded. So they did a great job.
Thank you.
Our refuse collector, advanced disposal, I thought did a real good job too. A lot of people at junk out, it seemed like they picked up everything without quibbling over it, so that was nice to see. I also want to mention trivia night. I don't know if people read about it one or the other, but our own Alderman Croson emceed the event, and they had a good turnout. They had, I think, 8 tables, 8 people, and it was a good time. I hope they continue to build on it. It's a nice little fundraiser. So next year we're going to make sure we have a team representing the city. Also, I wanted to mention our baseball with the mayor starting, well, it actually started last Tuesday, the 17th, got rained out. But the next one is Monday, the 29th, and I'm hoping that our local press gets it in the paper this time. 29th at Braintree Village, Park B, next to the baseball field next to the middle school. If anyone has anything they want to discuss with the mayor, come on out. I'll be there from 5:30 to 7. Do we have any staff reports?
No reports.
Under additional business, I'll come and mention our next meeting date. There are several aldermen who want to do the drive down next Tuesday, or in 2 weeks, Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're talking about maybe just moving the meeting to the Thursday, which would be May 16th. Everyone okay with the May 16th meeting date? I think everyone's okay except our alderman-elect, right? So we're going to keep a light agenda and we'll swear you in at the next one. But that way no one will miss a meeting, and everyone who wants to go to the drive down can go to the drive down.
Just for the record, drive down is going down to Springfield lobbying on behalf of the city.
Yes.
We're not going to a drive-through. It sounds like a fun thing to do, a drive down. Like we're going to go see cats or something.
Yes, no, this is sponsored by Metro West, our council of government that we belong to. And it is all the cities, mayors, aldermen, everyone involved with the city, and all of our COGs. I mean, together Metro West represents 750,000 residents in the Kane and Kendall area. So, yeah, it's nice to get down there and see our elected officials face to face and let them know what our needs are.
And this is going to be right after the administration committee meeting.
Correct. Admin at 6 and city council at 7. You get admin done in an hour?
Well, if they put nothing on the agenda.
Any other additional business? Yes, sir.
It goes back to the flooding in the Sunflower subdivision. They too felt it, and there's some inherent issues there that it wasn't flooding due to water on the streets or the overall rainfall. I think it's more with commercial runoff, and I think that I'm going to ask that at the next Public Works meeting that staff put some stuff together. I don't know where the city council left that. I know Alderman Gilson had talked to these people about this years ago. They've been flooded 2 out of the last 4 years down there, and once before that too, so this is the 3rd time. And I'm not sure where it was left, but I would like to have get some numbers and things like that. I met with Alderman Colissimo Saturday about it. We had a little discussion on it too, and I think he's, and maybe you want to add anything to it?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Walsh Court after a heavy rainstorm. I mean, it flooded when other residents throughout the city didn't flood. So you can just imagine what happened in the last rainstorm. I mean, it's impassable. You can't walk it, you can't drive it, and the people who live on that corner right there where Walsh Court turns, I mean, and like Alderman Coke observed, the water coming off of those commercial properties, the Walgreens, the gas station, all that, it just converges straight towards that corner. I mean, it's just a flowing river of water through these people's houses. So, I mean, the grading, the engineering, something has to be done, and sooner rather than later, because, I mean, we all have flooding, I understand that, but these people on Welch Court, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Okay, bring it to Public Works and finish it out there. Okay, we have no executive session. We have any citizen comments? There are no citizen comments. Meeting adjourned.